This is definitely Frisco's?
Yes.
And the WSB gave it to you?
Everything always came from them.
You know that agents aren't allowed to take any personal effects into the field with them.
He always had it with him. He hid it somewhere, but he always had it with him.
Maybe he lost it.
No. It was the only thing that mattered to him in the field. He said that he would never give it up willingly.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't be. At least I have it. Something to hold on to. I have a feeling this is the only thing that's going to get me through our wedding anniversary.
I know you're all terribly impatient to begin the water championship. Yeah! But I have bad news. Mr. Crandall, who's going to be our judge and our umpire, has been delayed. And we may have to put off the competition until tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm really sorry about it.
Daddy! Hello, sweetheart. There's my girl.
Great.
Why aren't you in your swim gear, huh?
Oh, because I still have poison ivy.
Oh.
Daddy, guess what?
What?
You know all about swimming and diving and all that, right?
I do?
Well, you told me you swam the Mediterranean with Mommy, and you caught big, huge white sharks with your bare hands.
Yeah, well, yeah, but...
I got an idea. Come here. Daddy, you're going to be the judge.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Yeah. The best one in the world.
What if Mr. Crandall, he might turn up in a minute.
That's very nice of you, Mr. Scorpio.
So can we start right now?
I don't see why not. Watch out for great white. One thing's obvious, you won't be lacking for rowers.
Rowers?
Yeah, to take you out to the float, of course.
Float?
Yeah, the only place to judge the diving, actually. Oh, and you're going to be needing a change of swimming clothes.
Fresh out.
No matter, we have plenty.
Wait a minute. I'm an odd size.
If they have elastic waist, they fit any size. 20's on up.
Maybe I should wear more official type gear like this.
Gets wet in the boat.
Trust me, I'll be okay.
Okay, suit yourself. I'll have all the kids ready for competition in just a few minutes. Okay, everybody, down to the lake.
Yeah!
You're a big help.
Well, I always like to be of service.
Thanks, Daddy. Now all the other kids are jealous of me.
Anything for you, sweetheart.
Just wish I could be in the competition, but darn old poison ivy.
Yeah. You know, it gives me an idea. Why don't you two, stick around here and kind of keep an eye on me out on the float? Kind of like, judge the judge, so to speak. Cheryl's very good at that.
Well, it's kind of hard to see the people on the float. It's real fun. Hey, I got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take Miss Stansbury on a tour of the camp like I did when you came the last time?
That's a...
No, Miss Stansbury. To you, I'm Cheryl.
Right.
And I think it sounds like a great idea.
Great.
How about everything else, apart from the poison ivy, that is?
Well, it's just great. Uncle Duke came to visit me, and we rode the horses, and we even called Mommy, too.
Bet she liked that.
She did.
They spend much time talking together?
Not actually. I did all the talking. But I figured Uncle Duke wouldn't mind because he was going straight to Port Charles right then, so he could talk to her personally.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Mr. Scorpio! Mr. Scorpio!
Yeah.
It's time for the competition to start! Come on!
Goodbye.
Have fun. Well, shall we begin
You bet!
our exploration?
I'm so glad you came along.
So am I.
My daddy really likes you. Do you think you'll get married?
Come on, people. We're on a schedule here. Good. Hold that.
Well,
You trying to keep out of the way?
yeah, I'm trying to. She's got those guys jacked up so high that one tried to hand me a paintbrush. She's tough, that one.
Yeah, she has to be. She charges enough for it.
Lucky for you, boss, this one's on the house.
Yeah, lucky me. I'm about the luckiest guy around these days, aren't I? I just hope we don't get a repeat performance from whoever did this.
Boss, don't say that.
Yeah, you're right. Can't worry about that. Why don't you bring this stuff upstairs and see if we can unfurl this mess we're getting because of this?
Yeah, you're right. I think we're in a way down here.
It's real good.
Knowing how determined you can be, I did wonder whether you didn't arrange all of this just so you can come here and redecorate.
Oh, well, actually, that thought had crossed my mind.
Really?
What's that old expression? What you don't know can't hurt you?
It's a good idea stopping by the snack bar. I'm surprised you don't weigh 500 pounds with all this temptation around.
Well, there's a rule. If we don't start eating all our meals and don't clean our plates, Zappo, no snack bar.
Oh, well, I'm glad one of us can resist temptation. So, if I finish mine first, do I get the rest of yours?
No way! But I'll let you have a lick if you answer my question about you and Daddy.
What question is that?
Are you going to marry him?
Well, I think that's something you ought to ask your dad.
I'm going to, but all he can tell me is whether or not he's going to ask you. But you can tell me whether or not you're going to say yes or no.
Well, I can't fault your logic.
So what's it going to be?
You want the most honest answer?
Yep.
Okay. It's not really a question you can answer in an abstract kind of way. If you did ask me, I think all three of us would find out my answer at the same time.
You like him, though, a lot. I can tell.
Yep. I like him a whole lot.
Did you know that my daddy was married after my mom?
Mm-hmm. To Holly. And I believe he loved her very much.
But she died, though. He was sad for a long time.
Yes, he was. I had someone, too. And he was very dear. And he was killed, too.
You were sad, too, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes when I'm sad, I just go to my secret place and I think of happy stuff.
You too?
Sure do. Did you ever have, secret places like that and then have adventures and happy stuff when you were sad?
When I was a little girl, I read lots and lots of books.
Mm-hmm.
Only I never finished them.
You mean you stopped in the middle?
Mm-mm. I read them all the way through to the end. All kinds of adventures of princesses and dragons and enchanted forests. Only then, when it got to the end of the story, I just kept going and made up more adventures of my own. So the story never ended.
Do you keep secrets?
You mean like how unicorns only eat cherry blossoms?
Well, there's a secret place, and it's just mine, and nobody else knows about it. Do you want to see it?
I'd be very honored. Are you sure you want to show it to me?
Uh-huh. But you can't tell anybody, not even Dad.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Casual, so nobody follows us.
Okay. I'm casual. Kathy? I told you, it'll be fine. Okay, good.
You're not finished yet, Olivia? I'm surprised.
You'll be surprised how fast it is finished. It would have been helpful if the blueprints had been done properly, but... Say, aren't you supposed to be in New York tomorrow for some meetings?
Don't worry about it. I'll be there.
I'm not worried. By the time you get back, I'll have this place completely finished, and Port Charles will be ready for the grand opening of the new Duke's Club.
No, that can't happen soon enough for me. It's costing me a fortune to keep this place closed every day.
You'll make more money when we reopen, too. I found a way to increase your seating capacity, so you should be able to turn over 10% more business every night. All right.
That sounds impressive. What do you think, Angel? Can the staff handle 10% more people here every night?
We can do anything, boss.
Oh, speaking of people, have you seen Cheryl today?
No, but she often leaves very early in the morning.
Well, she said she was having breakfast with Robert Scorpio, and I haven't heard from her since then.
Listen, speaking of Scorpio, he was by here asking some tough questions.
What did he want?
Well, he wanted to know why we hadn't gone to the police after this place had been vandalized.
Is that all? We'll just let him complain.
Can I at least count on a supper tonight as a reward for my labors?
It could be arranged.
Oh, good.
Boss, telephone. Anna.
Hello, Anna.
Hello. I really need to talk to you.
Well, if this is about a separation and my finding a lawyer...
It's not about that. But I'd like you to come over to my office for a few minutes as soon as possible.
Okay. There's nothing here that I have to stay for, so I'll be right over. Angel, I'm gonna go up to Anna's office for a while, but I'll be back shortly.
Okay, boss.
You can probably count on supper tonight.
Great, thank you.
See, look. I told you it was big enough for an adult to fit.
Try not to be an adult.
What are you then?
It's been a long time since I've been an elf.
Is that what you are now?
Nork?
What does Nork mean?
Elf talk for yes.
I think I'll be an elf, too. I'll be the queen of the elves.
Oh, good. So, Your Majesty, can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Shoot? Is that elf talk?
Well, I'm just trying to keep the fantasy uncomplicated. Until you get back from the habit.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem. So what was your question?
How did you ever find such a beautiful, secret place?
Well, you know, we played hide and seek all that summer, and I used this as my secret hiding place. And I won all the games until they didn't let me play anymore, but that was okay with me because I was just testing it out for secrecy.
And it passed every time, huh?
It sure did. Did you ever have a secret place when you were a kid?
Not as nice as this.
What, did you have, like, adventures and all that stuff?
Yeah. I was Snow White once. And after I'd married the prince, he was kidnapped by evil grundlings, and I had to rescue him.
Did you?
Mm-hmm, of course.
I bet you were a beautiful princess.
All princesses are beautiful. And so are elf queens.
I think my daddy's very smart.
What makes you say that?
Because he's falling in love with you.
Come here, you beautiful elf queen. Speaking of your daddy...
Oh, I know. We better get back before he starts looking hard and we might find it.
Oh, no, we can't have that, can we?
No way.
Robin,
Yes?
I'd like to come back here and visit your secret place with you again. May I?
Of course. It's your secret place, too.
Thanks.
Okay, come on.
Let's go.
It was Mr. Lavery with an unknown accomplice who pinpointed the whereabouts of Anna Devane, and that led to the capture of Putnam and the rescue of Miss Devane. Unknown accomplice. Julian Jerome.
Hello.
Hi. That was quick.
I came as quickly as I could. You sounded as if it was urgent.
Thank you. Did you enjoy your visit with Robin?
Yes, it was very nice. She asked me to make a point of telling you that I had seen the poisoned ivy and it was indeed clearing up.
Good.
She's met a new friend. Nice kid. Honey. Terribly sorry about the telephone call, Anna. She had her heart set on making it, and I didn't think it was fair for me to stop her.
It's all right.
About the lawyer, I am looking for one. What between my meetings in New York and the problems with the club here, there don't seem to be enough hours in the day for me to get everything done.
I've been thinking about what you told me in New York and about the things that are going on here.
It was all the truth.
I understand that you were covering up just to protect Robin and me.
You know how much easier it would have been if I could have told someone, Anna? It's very easy to share a secret. Only problem is then you involve another person. You know that, don't you?
I need to ask you some questions to clear up some things in my mind.
Ask anything.
Do you honestly believe, honestly, that you can make the Jerome operations completely legitimate?
The people I've talked to have agreed. The protection people, the gamblers, loan sharkers.
And drugs and prostitution?
They'll be tougher.
Yes. What if you can't succeed at that? I mean, drug dealers is a huge thing to interfere with. There is so much money involved. What if they refuse?
They'll be let loose from the family.
And is Victor Jerome ready to allow that? All that money and power? And the whole thing is ridiculous.
Julian was determined that it could work. He was working towards it.
Yes, but that was Victor Jerome's son. He's not about to take out a contract on his own son. But this is you.
Anna, I'm obliged to Julian. He died saving my life.
Yeah, you're risking it, don't you see?
Nobody's going to kill me.
Oh, you don't know that. You don't know that at all. What if you fail at this? Then what?
Then I'll walk away.
You don't walk away from these people. The Jerome family law has never changed.
Oh, come on, Anna. I have to try. Don't you understand that?
Yes, I do. I think you ought to do something for your own protection. I think you ought to write everything down that you do. Document it, all of it.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I will do that. Excuse me. I have to go. Anna, I want out of this situation as much as you want me out of it. But who hasn't found themselves in a position where the only way to get out of the trap is to move ahead? Have you?
Cold judge. Everybody just loved him. And they feel kind of bad about the accident.
Accident? What accident?
Daddy!
What happened to you?
It's all rather simple. The boat left and I got in it. I then stood up in the boat as it got close to the shore and the boat hit a submerged log. See?
Cried like an anchor, head first. Oh, my God.
Well, I'm glad you guys are getting a great big laugh out of it. That's a big sloppy kiss, huh?
There's no way Duke's going to make this work. And you can't turn the mob into solid citizens. It's crazy. There is simply no way to make these people turn legitimate. Crime's a way of life for them. One or two, maybe, will turn around. But not all of them. And how is he going to get out of it if it doesn't succeed in time? Yeah, he won't be able to. Not a chance. You can't walk away from these people. They won't let you. What's that old saying? The man who tries to ride the tiger is more likely to end up inside. Oh, Duke. You're going to get yourself killed.
Hey, now tell me, you got so much business around here you're working overtime, or are you just trying to make me feel guilty?
Can I talk to you?
Sure.
I want to ask you a question.
Ask away.
It's a really serious question.
All right, what is this very serious question you have to ask me?
Would you say that Duke and his friend were largely responsible for finding me when I was kidnapped?
Largely? I'll tell you the truth, Anna. You know, Robert and I ran into a complete dead end after Putnam blew up that house here in town. And the only way we did find you is by tracking Duke and his friend.
Yes, if it hadn't been for them.
Oh, we would have found you. Somehow. Just would have taken longer, that's all.
Then I might have been dead.
No, never.
Well, in a way, it does make them out to be heroes, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, in a way, it does. But I think that also piqued Robert's curiosity, too.
Meaning what?
Meaning the friend. I mean, why would a guy slip away like that? Why wouldn't Duke talk about him? Why wouldn't he stick around for a hero's welcome?
You both think he was hiding something, don't you?
Frankly, yes.
Like being in the mob.
Possibly.
Well, there's a number of other reasons. I mean, you know, maybe he was shy. I don't know.
Except for one small fact.
What?
What other group, besides the police, has access to information and has the organization to use that information effectively except the mob?
Duke said that it was, instinct.
Yeah, well, maybe Duke was right. But I still think that Robert's theory about mob involvement has some logic to it, too. What group is so efficient that they can put their finger on the pulse of any crime activity in this whole country, large or small?
Funny.
What's funny?
Well, what you're saying is that the police and the mob, they have similar skills, that they could both do each other's jobs.
Well, yeah, maybe they could if we're only talking about knowledge. And we forget little things like ethics, morality, honesty.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, though, doesn't it? I mean, if somebody were to get inside and talk to the crime bosses, you know, and try and make them go legitimate.
Oh, come on, Anna. Somebody's already tried. We have the FBI, we have the Organized Crime Task Force, we have the DEA, we have the prosecutors, we have the courts, we even have the cop on the beat.
Well, yeah, I know. That's just regular police work. I'm talking about somebody actually infiltrating inside, making the bosses go legitimate voluntarily.
All right, that's a very interesting theory, very interesting indeed. And I know quite a few hoods who would jump at the chance to become legitimate.
Do you think it could be done?
You mean the whole group? Sure. Maybe when hell freezes over, pigs learn to fly, or we start seeing little green guys zipping around in flying saucers. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. You wouldn't have any faith in somebody trying to do that?
None. Except if someone did try that, I'd certainly show up to pay my respects at his funeral. Come on, Anna, I can't believe this.
Well, it's true.
You and Duke are separated. Look, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I know you are.
I didn't even have a clue.
Well, you've been so busy with Felicia and everything.
Yeah, I know that, but Yeah, I can't believe that Robert didn't tell me. Does he know?
Yeah, I told him. It's part of the reason why I sent Robin away to camp. I couldn't bring myself to tell her yet.
No, of course not.
And it gives me time to think things through, really.
Yeah. Look, I hate to pry, but does this have anything to do with New York?
Yeah. The new club and everything. He's just away so much, and it takes up so much of his time. It wasn't getting any better, it was just getting worse, really.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No. Not really. You know, you've got so much to do.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive. It'll be fine. It'll work itself out, and let's get out of here, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Look, I know that you and Robert are only talking on a professional level these days, but I was wondering if you knew about...
Well, I just want to set this machine. Keep going.
I was wondering if you knew about Prunella.
Who?
Well, that's a cousin of Robert's from Australia who's been camping out on my couch ever since she hit the States.
Oh. Well, I guess you must love that.
I really wouldn't know. Woman talks so much that we hardly get a chance to say good day to each other. Look, would you like to stop and have a drink somewhere?
Yes, I'd love it.
Good. Let's get out of here, huh? Machine set?
Yeah, everything's set.
Take a table or a bar?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Sit at the bar. It's like the old reconnaissance days.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Deb.
Hi, fine.
Hi. How about some wine?
I'll have a club soda and lime, please.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah. Make that too. Okay, coming right up.
Sorry, fine.
It's all right.
Yeah, you know, it's right. Remember those times? Oh, gosh. You and Robert and I, we were so inseparable, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes by choice. Sometimes by necessity.
Yeah. It's funny. We were just so supportive of each other, and we understood each other.
I know. One thing, though, it didn't leave much room for personal life. I mean, there was no middle ground.
How do you make your loved ones understand the pressures of that job?
I don't think you can. And I think most times it's pretty unfair to ask, you know, our life as agents. I mean, we can never understand their problems. We can never really fulfill their needs.
Yeah. But I want to make them understand, you know? I want to help.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes.
And there's the other one.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. You can help, but you do that from a distance. You always have to keep your objectivity. Be supportive, but with a jaundiced eye.
Oh, I know. Be flexible.
Mm-hmm.
Just be ready to jump in any direction.
Right. If you put your trust in the right place, when it comes time to jump, you'll know it.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So do I. Great.
So Robin and I were standing there laughing hysterically, and there's Robert soaking wet.
Well, how did it happen?
Well, apparently, he was standing up in the rowboat on the way back from judging the diving competition, and the boat hit a log, and he did a swim dive.
Was he furious?
No, actually, he was a pretty good sport about it. He got us both pretty wet. He's a wonderful man.
Uh-huh.
sounds serious.
Could be. Could be.
When a man takes a woman to spend time with his little girl, it's gone beyond could be.
And she is adorable. She took me to her secret place. I felt so privileged.
Oh, what did you two girls talk about?
Secrets.
Oh, come on, Cheryl.
She asked me if I was going to marry her daddy.
What did you say?
Ah, saved by the bell.
Oh, please.
Hello?
Morning, love.
Robert.
Trust you slept well?
Yeah. Although I had a strange dream about being in a sleeping bag with a soaking wet cop.
Not even funny.
It's wonderful.
Look, I have to drop by the club this morning. I thought I might just pop up and visit you.
Oh, please do.
I can only stay for a short time. I've got some business at the brownstone with some arson expert later.
I can't wait to see you.
Me, you too.
Bye.
A morning guest expected?
Mm-hmm.
Very serious indeed. In fact, I would say this man is on the ropes.
Good morning.
Good morning. They seem to be making progress.
Of course. I'm here.
Well, I can't argue with that, can I?
I wasn't sure you'd noticed.
What?
You've been sleeping alone in your office.
Yeah?
Well, I'd be more than happy to come down from Cheryl's and join you.
What do you think your friend Cheryl would think about that?
She'd think we were all adults.
Well, I don't think it'd be...
After all, Duke, you and Anna are separated.
Leaving early. You're on your way back to New York.
That's correct.
Busy man.
Busy enough.
You know, I have trouble running one police department. Here you are running two businesses. Don't know how you do it. I guess you have good help at both ends.
I do. Excuse me.
Oh, incidentally, Robin sends you her love.
Did you see her?
Yes, yesterday at camp.
How is she?
She's doing fine.
Good, thank you.
You know, I'll say this for you, Lavery. You obviously care for my daughter. She obviously loves you.
I love her, too. I'd do anything for her.
I'm glad to hear that.
Excuse me. Duke's Club.
You're still there, Duke.
I'm on my way now.
I'm glad to hear that, because we've got real problems here with our drug department.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we do. I'll be leaving shortly. Can we talk then, please?
You could have come in last night.
I could have, but I didn't.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Olivia St. John. I don't think we've met.
Robert Scorpio. Didn't I see you at the opening of Lavery's New York club?
Quite possibly. I decorated the club for Duke.
Then,
That's why I'm here.
you did very nice work, Miss St. John.
Thank you. I have to go. Excuse me. It was very nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
I knew you'd bump into him someday.
It was inevitable. Relax. I can handle him.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. I've got to get going.
Have a safe trip. I'll be thinking about you.
Thanks.
Duke, whether you know it or not, you're very close to making New York City your home. Nice way to start the day.
What way is that?
This way. Want some coffee?
Please. You know, I, ran into Duke's interior decorator downstairs.
You did?
Quite attractive. Miss St. John. She was at the opening of the New York club.
Was she?
Yeah. Apparently she, decorated that one as well. Maybe that's what keeps taking him back there all the time. I mean, apart from other things.
You don't really think that Duke is cheating on Anna, do you?
No. Whatever his indiscretions, I believe he loves the both of them.
I don't see how he could help but love Robin.
Yeah. You know, she's very taken with you.
Is she?
You scored a lot of points with her yesterday.
Only with Robin?
Well, I don't know about Miss Bixby. I didn't ask her.
You scored a lot of points with me.
Unfortunately, I've got to go.
You have to?
Yeah. I've got a meeting the arson expert over at the brownstone.
You have to.
Well, if you're leaving, maybe we can go together.
No, I have a few things to do up here.
In that case, I will see you later.
Better than coffee.
Bye-bye.
I've got to tell him about Olivia. This whole thing is going to blow up in my face.
I feel I should be included in the meetings, that's all.
Olivia, sweetheart, listen to your father, will you? You are where you should be.
It's not New York.
No, it isn't, but Duke needs you there.
I hope so.
Olivia says she's delighted to be working at your club in Port Charles.
I did not say that.
She bugged me long enough to do it.
Duke says you bugged him.
Goodbye, Father.
Sweet girl.
Yes, she is.
She's my daughter, Duke. I love her. Don't hurt her.
I don't want to do that, Victor, but let's say she has a will like her father's.
Yeah, I know.
Shouldn't we be discussing the drug people?
We have a very big problem there. I'm sure you are aware.
It was anticipated, yes.
So, what do we do?
I'm not sure.
Well, you better get sure. Because we're talking about enormous amounts of money here. And whatever Julian may have thought, I'm not sure you can come up with anything to replace that. And if you can't, it means it will never be able to legitimize the Jerome family.
I'm thinking. The gentlemen from drugs are gathered up front.
Well, send them in here. Wait. Duke?
Send them in. Gentlemen.
So, finally happened. What? You ran into Robert?
Yes, he's a very charming man. You're a lucky lady.
Yeah, I know. I want to keep it that way.
Meaning my presence is no longer appreciated.
Something like that.
You know, I'm here on business, not a lark.
I know. I think I'm falling in love with him. And I don't want anything to ruin it.
Like me, right?
Yeah. I should have told him in the beginning that I knew you.
Yes, you should have. Actually, I'm a very nice person once you get to know me.
Yes, you are. And you're a very good friend. But
Robert is everything.
almost.
You know, I'm beginning to feel like persona non grata.
I'm sorry.
Look, I'll talk to you later. California, here I come. Duke's Club, good morning.
Good morning, Miss St. John. How fortunate for me that you answered the phone.
What do you want?
Well, I've been thinking, Miss St. John.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah? Then this will surprise you even more. Now, I appreciate how quickly you pay up for a job well done.
Get to the point.
Well, the point is that I think the job was done so well that it's worth more than the $3,000 you came up with. Are you there, Miss St. John?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, good. See, I was thinking that another $2,000 would make my life very pleasant right about now.
Do you know what I'm thinking, Mr. Butcher?
No, ma'am.
I'm thinking that if you'd like to have a life at all, you'll never call me again.
Departments and the family have gone along with the plan. If you gentlemen will go along with it, we can have a 100% legitimate business.
Yeah, well, you made the other boys pretty good offers in a way to continue to enjoy fair profits.
Yeah, fair.
Hey, but they're small potatoes compared to us. Real small. What kind of legit operation you got in mind is going to turn over profits in the high millions and sometimes beyond? Huh?
To be honest with you at the moment, nothing. But I suggest for a start you stop dealing on the street. That way you can all go home and sleep at night.
I don't have any trouble sleeping now.
The Jerome Corporation will sustain you financially until we can get legitimate business that will turn the same profit.
Oh, come on. I don't need to be sustained.
Sit down. Sit down, all of you. Now, Duke is doing this for me and for my son, Julian. Julian had a dream of turning this outfit legitimate. You're going to go against my son? Which of you is going to go against my son?
Well, this will take a little time for us to do.
We'll give you time.
How much?
6 months.
Even if you had a workable financial alternative to drugs, which you don't, we would need 2 years.
There's no way you'll have 2 years. 6 months, that's it.
Find a way, Mr. Lavery, and find it fast. We don't like the way the tide's turning with this outfit.
This is the first time we've met. It could be the last. Come on, don't close your minds off so quickly.
Hey, we could just contact the Carter family in Jersey. You remember that.
You wouldn't try.
They'll welcome us with open arms.
You wouldn't dare try that.
Yes, I would.
Then straighten this mess out. We stay aligned to the Jerome family.
We'll talk.
It'll take more than talk.
I said we'll talk.
Listen, please.
Club Duke, this is Rodolfo.
Rodolfo, it's Anna here. Is Duke around, please?
Oh, hello, Anna. Yeah, he's here, but he's in a meeting right now.
Could you tell him I'm calling?
Well, I'd like to, but I can't interrupt.
Oh. How long do you think he'll be busy?
I'm sorry, Anna, I don't know. I wish I could be more help.
All right, just tell him I called, would you?
Of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This isn't going to work. Because they're going to kill him.
Please, listen to reason. No, you're out of your mind.
We're not going to give up what we've got.
Not for nothing.
Hey, we don't live on dreams.
We go legit, we starve.
Okay, well, just give me 6 months.
2 years or nothing.
This is stupid.
Stu, why don't you give it a try? Otherwise, you'll end up in prison or dead.
I'm still breathing, pal.
Hey, and none of us has ever been in a slammer.
We're cleaning up, and it's no sweat.
We're rolling in dough.
And you wanted to toss it.
You gotta be nuts.
Okay, then I'll give you a list of some of your best friends. They're either in prison or else they're dead. You keep pushing, you'll end up the same way.
What's that? Listen, Lavery, you try to jam this down our throat, and you'll be a stiff in the morgue.
Legit. It's possible. Why don't you just give it a try?
6 months will never get it.
Forget it, Lavery.
We got a good thing going. The best racket there is. We're swimming in bucks, and you want us to play nickels and dimes in some legit business.
What do you got, scrambled eggs for brains?
Why don't you just hear me out?
No! I ain't heard anything solid from you.
Me neither.
We go legit. What do we get? Nothing.
Innocent people are getting killed. Lives are being wasted. The government isn't going to stand for it much longer.
We buy them suckers off.
Money talks. They listen.
Listen, there isn't going to be cops with 38s. It's going to be armed with automatic weapons, and the feds will be involved. And then the armed force will be an all-out war that you cannot win.
Talk. That's all they do.
Nothing but talk.
While we rake it in.
They're already after the leaders of foreign countries. You guys won't be safe in the future.
No way they touch us.
Listen, you've been on the gravy train for long enough. We're going to cut it off at the source and come after you with guns blazing.
Oh, cops. We buy them all.
Politicians,
They're in our pockets.
Then how come so many of you get nailed every day?
You take a few risks.
For the money, it's worth it, pal.
It ain't any riskier than any other racket.
Listen, give me
Wake
6
up,
months
Blake.
and I guarantee.
You can't guarantee
Stick
nothing.
your 6 months in your ear.
We ain't going out of business.
Wake up,
Anyway.
you're on it.
Now, this is getting us nowhere, huh?
That it ain't.
Give it a rest, Tommaso. Whatever we decide here, nothing's going to happen with everybody yelling.
Talk some sense to them.
All right, now, listen to me. We got a business here, huh? A very big business. You know what a top corporation executive would call this meeting, huh? He'd call it counterproductive. Counterproductive, that's right. Now, Duke and I, we told you guys up front this wasn't going to be easy, it wasn't going to be simple, huh?
We don't know it'll work unless we try.
We got to have open minds.
Why don't you give me some time to think over everything that was said? I understand why you're opposed to, but I can come up with something that is productive.
That's right. Not counterproductive, huh?
Something that is productive for all of us.
Leave it alone, Lavery.
If you have anything else you want to say, why don't you give me a call?
Here's mine right now. Forget it.
Listen,
I agree.
put a
That's
lid
what
on
I
it.
say.
Now, we've had a good thing here. And we've had it our way for a long time, huh? But the heat's on. It's going to get like a blast furnace before it's over. Now, I want you guys to use the brains God gave you and think a little bit. Duke and I will, too. When we come up with something, we get in touch, we'll have another meet. I want to thank you for coming. Listen, we appreciate it, huh? Listen, if you handle this, we're going to do it. It's all right. Listen, next time we're going to have something marvelous, right? Well, what do you think?
All these drug guys know is power and money. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, and dangerous. Very dangerous.
It is going to be dangerous with these drug people.
You better believe it.
Yeah, well, nobody said it would be easy.
We've both agreed on that. Phil, listen, get Rodolfo to make us some fresh coffee, will you?
Yes, sir.
You can't expect these guys to give up all they got unless you offer them something substantial in return.
I know that.
Excuse me, Duke, but Mrs. Lavery called while you were in the meeting.
Thanks, Rodolfo.
You want to call her now?
No, I'll call her back in a few minutes. I want to finish talking about these drug people.
How's Felicia?
Her condition is still guarded. Tony says that he has no idea when she's going to regain consciousness and doesn't even know what kind of shape she'll be in when she does.
That's terrible. Is there something they can do?
No, not until she regains consciousness. You know the thing that bothers me so much about this, Anna? I'm the one most responsible for Frisco joining the WSB.
Oh, you can't
No,
blame
I
yourself
am.
for this?
No, if he hadn't joined the WSB, and if she hadn't been worried...
Please, she fell. It was an accident. I haven't been paying much attention to anything that's been going on around here lately.
Come on, you've got your own set of problems.
Yeah, that's no excuse. Devane Donnelly, Anna Devane here.
Hi, you called earlier.
Yeah, hi. Look, if I get the next shuttle out, I could be with you this evening. Do you have some time you could spend with me?
Yeah, whenever you get here, I'll make time.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Not giving up, huh?
Well, I've just invested so much of my life in him, you know, and Robin, and I'll know better tomorrow.
Thanks, Rodolfo.
You're welcome. Can I get you anything else?
No, that's all for now. Thank you.
All right.
Duke, you should have had some plan in mind before our drug chiefs got here.
I know that, but it's not easy to come up with something that'll give them the same profit.
So what else is new? Do you have any ideas?
I don't know, maybe real estate or something.
We're sitting on these fat drug profits. We ought to be able to sink them into some kind of major money-making operation that's legitimate.
I'm thinking, maybe real estate or...
Or what?
I'll come up with a plan, Victor.
The trouble is, Duke, the only thing you got on your mind is Anna, because she's coming here to talk to you. You got to clear your mind. Forget about her. Think! All right? Anna's all you got on your mind.
Yes.
You never let your personal life interfere with business.
Victor, do me a favor. Don't lecture me, please.
I could shout, or I could curse you out from here till next Tuesday, but what's the use? Women, you can't live with them, you can't live without them. All right. You got troubles with Anna, and you're separated. I know how you feel.
You do?
I loved my wife, and we had problems. Until you get things straightened out with Anna, you're not going to be worth a spit in the ocean. You talk with her, you get everything out on the table. You get it settled. Afterwards, you and I will talk again, but settle things with her first. I want you to be able to concentrate.
Well, there's one thing I do know.
What's that?
There may not be a solution to any of this.
There's got to be.
Maybe not.
Why not?
We're going to cut the drug guys loose and continue without them.
And just throw it away, huh? Have you any idea the kind of money you're talking about?
Victor, if Julian was here now, he'd agree with me.
What the hell is it now?
Excuse me for interrupting. Mrs. Lavery is here.
Phil.
Send her in, Rodolfo.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Well,
May I sit down?
please do.
I have a proposition to make,
A proposition.
and it might work for both of us if you're interested.
What's your proposition?
Is it safe to talk here without being overheard?
Yes?
How did your meeting go?
Not so good.
Who were you meeting?
Drug bosses.
Are they ready to change their ways?
I have to come up with a substantial alternative to the business.
You said you were only going to work on this for a short amount of time until you could turn them legitimate. And then you were going to get it out right?
Right?
So how long?
I haven't really thought about it.
Well, you must. It's important.
What's your proposition, Anna?
I'm going to drop our separation while you're trying to turn these people legitimate. But I have to tell you that I will be making a dossier on the Jerome family.
What?
And I'm going to use it to bring them down if your plan fails.
You must be out of your mind, Anna. That's even more dangerous than what I'm doing.
No, only you and I will know about this. You have to keep me informed and I'll do the rest.
This is crazy.
It won't jeopardize anything you're trying to do.
Where are you going to live while you do this?
I don't know. Think about this proposition and we'll discuss all that later. I should go.
Why don't you stay in town tonight? We're going to have some dinner and talk some
No, I have to go. Think about what I said.
Okay. I'll come back to Port Charles tomorrow morning.
I'm only doing this because of Robin, you know. And I still love you.
Excuse me, I need that primer sanded better. We're going to put wallpaper on that wall, okay? Great, thank you. We're in a hurry to complete this job. Oh, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. Yes, just keep that going up there as well, all right? Good. Today. One bad workman can ruin your whole day.
Like a rotten apple in a barrel?
Uh-huh, exactly. So how are you today?
Calmer than yesterday. I want to apologize for the way I acted.
It's forgotten.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll be out of your way as soon as I'm finished here.
It's just that I care so much about Robert, and with your father here, if he ever found out...
He won't. And I understand your concern. Robert Scorpio will never set eyes on me again if I can help it.
Thanks.
And as soon as I'm finished with this, I won't be back to Port Charles for a long time.
Why not?
What reason would I have to come to Port Charles?
None, I guess.
That's right.
So, what do you plan to do?
I'm going to use a lot of fabric and a lot of wood. It's going to be beautiful. I'm not quite sure about the upholstery and the chairs, but I have to wait for the weekend.
Well, I really have to go, but I want to tell you that I'm sure you're going to work wonders with this place.
Thank you. Coming from you, that means a lot. You have such good taste.
Well, it's going to have style like Port Charles has never seen.
Couldn't you stay and keep this up? I like this.
No, I've got to go. Okay. Oh, Duke, I didn't see you come in. I thought you were in New York.
I got the first shuttle back this morning. Are you leaving?
Yeah, good. I'll see you later. Bye, Olivia.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hi. How do you like it?
So far, so good.
That's all?
I'll reserve judgment until it's finished.
I could use a little encouragement.
Who are you kidding? You're one of the most self-confident people I've ever met.
So, how come you're back?
No reason to stay in New York.
What about the meeting?
No meetings today.
How did it go yesterday?
Pretty bad.
The drug boys were tough?
The toughest.
Well, tell me.
No, they're very stubborn. They're unwilling to quit.
What did you offer them?
Nothing. I haven't come up with a plan yet.
They're raking in tons of money.
I know that. I'm going to offer them something that's going to satisfy them, but they're unwilling to listen to me. They weren't terribly reasonable. I offered them 6 months to turn everything around. They wanted 2 years. It was a pretty ugly, intense confrontation.
I'll bet.
Yeah, even if I do come up with a workable plan, I don't know whether they're going to give me a fair hearing.
And if they don't?
I'll do what I told your father I'd do. To let them go from the family, that's all.
How did he react to that?
You know the answer to that.
Cold.
He walked out.
Just like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
So am I.
Who are you calling?
Yeah, hi. I'm back. Yeah, I'm here. I'll see you in a little while.